is my actual lab coat that I have had since I was about 19 years old, and I'm 41 now. And I dedicated 12 years of my life to pretty much wearing this lab coat and getting my degree. I spent 12 years in school, in university, and a lot of time in a lab. I'm trained in functional neuroimaging, and I'm trained in genetics. And I did my yay, genetics! And my thesis was in psychoneuroendocrinology. I am a lover of all things science and research, and I was trained to be an honest scientist. I was trained to make hypotheses and to do research and to draw conclusions that were reasonable and not emotional. After I got my degree, I spent about 5 years teaching neuroscience and chemistry and biology in the homeschool community in Los Angeles. And it is such a gift to not only be a scientist, but to teach science as well. And the opportunity we have when we choose to put ourselves out there in the community, especially those of us who excel at being science communicators, because there's all different kinds of scientists, but for those of us who excel at communicating science, it's extremely rewarding to teach young people and to teach the next generation what it is to be an honest scientist and what it is to put your emotions aside and understand what the basis of the scientific process is and the value in that. And perhaps most importantly to me, I've spent the last 12 years of my life being a mother to 2 children who will inherit this world. And everything that I do as a human, as a scientist, is all overscored by the fact that I'm a parent of children who need to also learn these same things that we need to teach each other, that we need to teach our children, and also our government as well. And finally, I'm very publicly a scientist of faith. And I want to give a shout out to those other scientists of faith who do not find conflict between our love for gravity and for torque and for pressure and all of the things that the scientific world creates. I'm a lover of truth, and for me that does not in any way present any conflict for me as a scientist of faith. So I also wanted to just acknowledge that. She's doing it again. I feel like y'all are riled up enough to be here. There's so many great speakers. Thank you for having me, and I will close with this. May science continue to bless us all. Have a great day.